We didn't really have a program to you know me, I'm Neil Waldhauer. I'm usually at the conference, but this year I couldn't make it, so we decided to organize a BayWarp meeting about the same time and just put it on camera and say hi. So we don't really have an agenda or a presentation to do. You guys want to?
Can you turn it up, Benny?
He's working on it. Okay. I think he's working on getting an external speaker, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Keep talking, Neil. Keep
Yeah,
talking.
keep talking.
No.
Yes.
Do we get, we need to get that set up over there.
How's the weather there?
It's hot.
It's cold in here.
It's cold, no?
Okay, that may be better. All right.
Wait. I want to change the
outside to warm
speakers
up.
to.
Yeah, YouTube was delayed, and then we were getting your audio from Skype and YouTube about 7 seconds apart.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of confusing at this end. So we have our meetings, once in a while, ostensibly every month, but it's been less than that over the summer. So and we just meet here, and if any of those two topics come up, then that's great. Yeah, probably. So it's a social club at this point, but we are still the same user group that was meeting in the 90s, just, we're what's left. Sort of like Warpstock, in the 90s, it was hundreds of people. I don't know if you guys want to introduce yourselves at all.
I'm Keith Moe. I'm a retired mainframe programmer, but always had a computer with OS2 at home. So I still have a like for it.
And I'm using APL2 on a virtual box that Neil set up. My name is Curtis Jones, and my main interest is using APL, which I used for years for analyzing test data when I worked at IBM.
Yeah. So, hope you're enjoying the weather in Pittsburgh.
It's a little rainy. What can I say?
Good.
I can see now why you decided to stay in California, Neil. Jeez, I'm offended.
Well, we have weather once in a while.
Now,
Well, we had dramatic surf 2 days ago. I don't know.
Better than being in the Carolinas.
Oh, right now, yeah, we'd be doomed right now.
Neil, can you
Yes.
explain me or tell me what do you usually do there with the BayWarp user group? You hang out. What do you talk about?
We actually just gather for lunch. Talk about this and that. OS2 if it comes up. I bring a laptop capable of running OS2 if it's necessary. Once in a while, an OS2 user shows up. Wants to actually do some stuff, but I would say that's the exception rather than the rule.
Okay.
Well, the major topic is travel.
Yeah.
social travel.
Yeah. So, I guess you guys are running about an hour behind.
Yeah.
Is that right? So,
Yes.
We'll use this as an opportunity for you guys to catch up. I think we've accomplished the major goal is that we actually managed to get our picture on there, so you can see us then. So thanks for that.
Neil, I think that going forward, we need to consider perhaps a couple double sessions.
Yes. Yes, I can see that. Some sessions really want to run long, and that's all right. Also, the ad hoc sessions have been better than I really expected them to be. So,
Thank you.
that's pretty good.
Thank you. We tried our best.
Yeah. Yeah. we have to think, we're going to meet in a couple weeks and sort of do a dump of what worked and what didn't. And
Yeah.
this is my first experience watching it streaming.
Mhm.
Usually I'm there at the other end of it. So it's kind of an eye-opener for a couple of things. So,
Interesting. Well,
Oh,
we'll be interested to hear your comments.
yeah.
Read his comments.
Well, read.
So since you pre-configure so many OS2 machines, what have helped you lately?
One of the worst obstacles is the lack of browser. Most people who get an OS2 machine are either using it for something really old, in which case they don't want a web browser at all. And that's easy. Okay, I just have to make sure that I disable a lot of the newer stuff that we get normally on an ArcaOS system, because it's not really tested for robustness. So I want to run only programs that have kind of been through Theseus. And, but how long will this computer run this program is always a game. And I've done this professionally. I'll start, developer did a pretty good job, it runs for a week. But most people need, in industry, need the program to run for a year. And there's a big gap between a program that will run for a week and a program that will run for a year. And so that's what I do for them. And then for the web browser guys, I'm still struggling to get a really good system that is the ArcaOS guest on VirtualBox. So there's still a lot of rough edges on that solution, but that looks like an important one going forward.
Okay.
It used to be all I would do is set up, I have a program, Suntan Special, that runs a lot of installer routines. So I just install everything I use on the computer, and I could do it in about half an hour. And that made a set that would get most people going.
And it's a very nice setup to do.
Yeah, it's also for developers. I basically install every development tool that I use, which is a lot of them. So, it gives you a lot of opportunities. So, it's handy in my, as I was picking up old dead pieces of OS2 industrial software and trying to get them running again, they give me all the source code and the instructions, but, what about their tools? And so it was really good having a laptop with every available tool on it, because everybody used different set.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So tell us a little bit more about BayWarp. How long has it been around?
When did we start? 1999, I think.
Oh, heavens, no, it's back in the 80s.
It was OS2 Bog was
Bay Area users.
that started in the 80s. I didn't join up until 93 or 94 because I was just too busy with work. I started OS2 programming in 90 or early 1990, but
And Aten
Silicon Valley. I couldn't do the OS2 user group as well. So I waited till I quit that job before I actually went to an OS2 user group.
Gotcha.
We were in the Stanford Linear Accelerator Auditorium.
Yeah, slats. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We had to go through security to get in, and
Although it was pretty easy, you went up to the gate and said, "I'm here for Bay Area OS2 user group." They said they just waved you on.
yeah,
So, for what?
right,
Famous location.
yeah. That's where all the Taligent, demos and presentations were, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the Taligent was so crazy that filled the auditorium way beyond its capacity. I think you could see 300, and there must have been close to 1,000 people there.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean the Bay Area user group was a pretty big deal.
Interesting. So, are the three of you now the core group of what's left of BayWarp?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, they're the ones who show up anyway.
Yeah, regularly. When we're not traveling. I think we met in June, and this is the first time since June.
Yeah.
Oh, we've covered a lot of ground since then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you've been in
guess
Greece,
so.
I was in London and
Yeah.
Scotland.
And Kansas City and Anaheim, you know, so I've had 3 trips in the last 2 months.
Yeah, we couldn't have met.
Spreading the word about ArcaOS all the way around the globe, I see.
Well,
Never come back, they say. Oh.
we are talking about the Vintage Computer Festival in Southern California and the Vintage Computer Festival at the Computer History Museum as a place to show OS2 because the gamers need docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we now are on the cusp of being able to do that with sound on ArcaOS. Play DOS
You saw-
games and WinOS2 games.
Yeah, we saw that at the tail end of your previous presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't know a DOS game if it didn't be, but you know, that's a good idea.
It'll be nice when it happens. We need to get that virtual sound blaster going.
Yeah.
Part of the
Well-
problem for that is our developer is in Russia. And we
Yeah.
can't get him any money until things settle down over there. So things are sort of in a holding pattern in the meantime.
Yeah. That's bad, but I guess, you know, gotta expect stuff like that to happen, I guess.
Exactly. And certainly not as big a problem for us as it is for the people living there in Ukraine.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
So all things
Yeah, I'll
in
bet.
perspective.
Yeah, I'd rather be here.
Indeed so. Indeed so. So did anyone there have any questions for me about ArcaOS? What's coming and what have you?
You know, I unfortunately missed the slides with the change in timing. Did you have a slide regarding the, you know, the possibility of financing the new browser?
We didn't talk about financing per se. What we did was we said that the browser we expect to be a third-party effort. I know that Paul is working on Qt6, and he and Dave Yo both are building the simple browser and Drupal to run on Qt6, and we're happy to support them any way we can. But that's sort of where we are right now. If more people want to join that project, that would be a great thing.
Yeah, I think the pieces that are missing that perhaps Paul and Dave cannot do are small and pretty localized. So it may not be that big enough, but that's where they may need a hand. You know, just getting that last webcam support, or you know, there's a few little pieces that, you know, you go, oh, if only, you know, the multimedia, microphone support, so on.
If only it would
but-
run more than 5 minutes.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, then you could be running, you know, web conferencing software on the browser, and
Sure.
you know, I feel like that would be a social step, you know, for OS2 users to be able to actually converse with each other on OS2 would be a changer as far as getting people out of their caves.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. I mean, that's really a topic for what do we want OS2 to do in the future next, you know, tomorrow, but, you know, everything's connected, you know.
Sure. Well, you know,
Yeah.
Paul has got that thread on OS2 World in the forums about his progress.
Yeah.
Everyone should be following that thread. And testing.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you can't code, at least people can install and test and report
Yeah.
what it's doing. The more the merrier in that regard.
Yeah. True enough.
Anything from anyone else?
I have a different question
Go ahead, Mark.
for Neil. Neil, well, you sell ArcaOS preloaded PCs. With the release of UEFI support, did you have a new version of ThinkPad with UEFI support?
Yes, all the ThinkPads I now have on the website are able to run Windows 10 or Windows 11, depending which is supported on the laptop, alongside ArcaOS. And I use the UEFI support and the GPT support to accomplish that. So yes, I definitely have sort of signed on for that part of it. And sometimes I use the ArcaOS boot manager, AN launcher. Or sometimes I use the RE-Find launcher, but in other words, how do you select the operating system at power up time? But so I've sold a few of those. They do work, and for that kind of customer, I have not been able to work with them before. Now I have that capability.
Good.
Well, I didn't buy one until you were able to do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
every now and then I need to boot that other operating system just for a browser.
Yeah, I'm still working on the perfecting the ArcaOS under VirtualBox. There still seems to be a few things that don't quite work very well on that, but I'm working on it, and I've got some help from people in the room there. So thank you for that. And but that also is nice, because then you could be saying, I only want to run ArcaOS, but I also want Wi-Fi support and better video support. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, can I use an external monitor and get sound over it? That's all the way off of ArcaOS that comes with VirtualBox, so that's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Anything else from anyone?
Yeah.
What do you personally use OS2 for every day?
Yeah.
I'm running the business on it. I don't use Windows or Linux for any part of the business that isn't using a web browser or Skype or Slack or something like that. I'm doing some political work now, and that is done in Slack, in Google Apps, and there's some other programs, but they're it's collaborative. I'm not really in the guts of the work. I just need to sign on, do my little bit, and sign off, and let them know it's done. And so Google Apps is very nice that way. That's been something that a new browser might get us a lot farther with. Right now, using Firefox is not really possible.
Understood. Understood.
Say again?
Understood.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
What?
sure. I'm trying to understand you're understood.
There's a festival going on next door to us.
Yeah, we normally meet on a weekday. It's a little busier right now.
I see.
Neil, do you still support the OS2 on a subway over there, or it's
Yes, I'm
confidential?
still working for them. And, so far it looks like I'll still be working for them as long as they take a Metro card. I told them that after that I'm done, but I just found out yesterday that I have a new boss over at the subway, so we'll see how that goes. I think it's an improvement, but no, I'm not doing very much for them. The Metro card runs itself. They don't have to ask me anything, and some things just come up, and okay, I'm back, but it's pretty rare. It's a few times a year, really, that just go back and answer some questions about it.
That's a testament to the stability of OS2, I guess. Not having a repeat customer, right? With lots of.
It's a remarkably tolerant system. So when I signed on, OS2 was very unreliable, and I improved that quite a bit. I don't know if you could tell the difference riding the subway, though.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe on the vending machines that they don't go into cash only as often, but yeah, it's not much, and I'm just not involved in the Omni system at all.
I'm
I'm keeping my Metro card until I die, so.
Yeah, you know, they promised it would be gone by now, but, you know,
Yeah.
and then they asked them, most recently, a New York Post said that they asked the head of the transit, when are we gonna withdraw a Metro card? And he just wouldn't say anything about it. He said just basically no comment. So I don't know why he won't comment. I know I can't find out through work what's really going on. So, and they're not in control. They're just the consult. You know, they're their supplier. It's up to New York when to pull the plug on Metro cards. So.
Mhm. Okay. Anyone else have any questions for Neil? I guess that's it, Neil.
All right. Well, have a great conference, everybody.
Thanks.
Maybe
Thank you.
Thanks.
next year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. See you.
Can I press that little red button?
Yeah.
That's the button.
Yeah, this one.
If you
Yeah.
can see it.
There we go.
David, what's the problem
I
with
think
the
I
Metro
could
card?
use your laptop to my presentation.
Well, they're converting
possibly?
the system to
Yeah, I
use
could
this
try it.
new payment.
It's already connected, so
Yeah.
And
save some time.
it's